do you do it?
Do what?
Live this life.
One learns to live as one can.
Robbie Rogers, who's another producer on the movie, gave me this book to read, and I just was captivated.
I kind of feel like the book found me at a time that I was very much struggling with my own sexuality and deciding if I was going to come out and what kind of changes I was going to make in my life to make that possible.
What I wanted to convey about the three people in that relationship was how difficult it was for all of them.
It was heartfelt, emotional, surprising. I love the two time periods and the dual narrative. I obviously loved that it was a gay love story, but really a triangle.
All love stories are tragic, aren't they?
I hope not.
Very much about each person's perspective, and it just leapt off the page.
At that time, it was not socially accepted to have this kind of human emotional experience.
In the 1950s in Brighton, homosexuality was still illegal. Like, how do you ever go about living or understanding yourself if you're not allowed to be that way?
As a gay man myself, I was really moved by this story. You can't help before you come on that set but ask yourself, like, this could have been my life.
Stop there!
There was something so beautiful and simple and timely and yet timeless about the book. And so we set about trying to adapt it into a film. And sort of at the top of our writer's list was Ron Nicewater.
People send you books sometimes and you think, well, there's an idea in here that I could wrestle with and we could get something out of it. I said, this book, let's just not screw it up.
I had been really affected by the screenplay, actually. I'd found it very moving, certainly on many levels. I realized that I had found the next story I wanted to tell on film.
When you have these passion projects, they tend to attract other people who are there for the right reasons. You're always surprised by how many things you sort of see similarly.
This film invites you, the audience, to examine three lives over two periods with 40 years in between sort of missing from the narrative.
I think there's a part of each of the characters that you can see yourself in.
It's their friendship that is so intimate and so interesting.
You have to be careful.
It's also just a timeless story about loving someone who doesn't love you back in the way that you want to be loved. And I think that at its core is so universal.
There's still not enough LGBTQ stories out there. There's still individuals that are around that lived through those times, and I think it's important to get those stories told while they're still here to tell them.